Samsung says it's fast, but is the Z Fold 6 actually charging at its full speed or capabilities? I tested every way that the Z Fold 6 could possibly charge. Wired, wireless, even reverse wireless charging, meaning wireless power sharing. And what I found might shock you, because it shocked me when I figured it out. But just to let you know, spoiler alert, not everything is as fast as it seems or as it sounds. So I got something extra that I had planned for this video also. So stick around to the end and see that I have a bonus app and how it works. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is wired charging. Wired charging, or plugging in a wall charging. All right, so now on to wired charging. The Z Fold 6 has 25-watt fast charging, supports up to 25 watts of wired charging via USB Type 3.2. Yes. All right, so now charging speed. The Z Fold 6 charges at about 50% in about 30 minutes, and then a full charge in about 80 to 82 minutes, meaning about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. That's bad, but what can you expect for a foldable phone? And so in the box, of course, you know, it changed a little bit with Samsung. We do not get a charger in the box no more. It's not included. Only a USB to USB charging cable. Now on to wireless charging. We get 15 watts of wireless charging, compatible with Qi wireless charging standard, and supporting up to 15 watts. That's it. And we get Samsung's fast wireless charging 2.0. So that achieves the 15 watt speeds. And you have to use a compatible charger that supports Samsung's fast charging 2.0 support and connect it to a quick charge 2.0 PD adapter rated at least 25 watts. So that means charging times, a full wireless charge typically takes about 2 hours. Now on for reverse wireless charging. So that meaning on the back. Wireless power sharing. So with other devices like either a power bank or like headphones or like your actual watch, you can actually charge it right here on the back, but at only 4.5 watts. Yeah. Hopefully in the future we get faster reverse wireless charging. All right. Now on for charging limitations, because there is a few charging limitations when it comes to charge with wired or wireless charging. So let me give you the details. No Qi 2 support. So that means it does not support the new So that means it does not support the new Qi 2 standard, which offers magnetic alignments and faster charging capabilities, because you have to literally center it like right where it goes, because there is no magnets. So you got to have it in a certain spot. Now let's talk about charging speeds. They're unchanged. Charging specifications remain the same as previous models, but with no upgrades in speed. All right, so optical charging, performance, and to avoid potential issues, it's recommended to use the official Samsung chargers and accessories. Some users have reported problems, such as paint peeling off their phones, or when using third-party chargers. Now let's talk about what does the Z Fold 6 support options for charging. The first one is, like I mentioned earlier, 25-watt wire charging, 15-watt wireless charging, and 4.5 watts reverse wireless charging, or wireless power sharing. Now, can I compare the Z Fold 6 with other Samsung phones? Yes, we can. So other Samsung phones have same or similar charging features or capabilities. So what are those? First, we're going to talk about foldables. So the Z Fold 5 has similar, almost exactly the same charging support as the Z Fold 6. The Z Flip 5 and Flip 6 also have the same charging capabilities. All have identical charging specs, 25-watt wired, 15-watt wireless, and 4.5 reverse wireless charging, or wireless power sharing, if you want to call it that. So you're probably asking, so what about slab phones? Like, S25, S24, what are those are? So let me give you the details for that. So the S23, S24 also have 25-watt wired charging, and also have 50-watt wireless charging, and also 4.5-watt reverse wireless charging, or wireless power sharing. So that means pretty much all Samsung's phones haven't been updated with wireless, but it also depends on the block. Like Z Fold 6, the fastest block I can get is a 35-watt block with the wire. But saying that the phone can only charge at 25 watts, that's the minimum. So we can get 35 watts out of the charger if we buy a bigger block. But who's going to buy a bigger block when we already got blocks laying around the house? The S23 Plus, S23 Ultra, S24 Plus, S24 Ultra, they have faster charging than the Z Fold 6. They're faster by 45 watts wired charging, 15-watt wireless, which is the same as the Z Fold 6, and still 4.5 reverse wireless charging. So those are pretty much the same. Now, here's a quick charging speed comparison using official or high quality USB PPS chargers, which is certified chargers from Samsung. So you're wondering, what are the charging speeds? So we're going to go from 0 to 100%. The Z Fold 5, the Z Fold 6, the Z Fold 5, Z Flip 5, and Z Flip 6. 25-watt wired charging at 75 to 80 minutes. Yes, wired charging. And then 15 watts of wireless charging. We have to wait 90 to 100 minutes of wireless charging, which is almost 2 hours. So a little over an hour for wired and almost 2 hours for wireless. So you can see the difference. Now, the Galaxy S24 Plus, 24 Ultra, 23 Plus, and 23 Ultra, they have 45 watts of wired with 60 to 65 minutes of wire charging. So about an hour, 5 minutes, like that. And then 15 watts of wireless charging. So that means 90 minutes. So an hour and a half, like hour and 30 minutes. So pretty much that. So what are the charging recommendations in order for you to get a full speed capability of any one of your Samsung phones that is compatible with the list that I've already mentioned of foldable phones and slab phones? Now, Samsung's 25-watt super fast charger, you can use a Anker Nano 3 as a third-party wireless charger. It still supports USB, PD, PPS. And then the 45-watt phones, like I said a few minutes ago, is the Plus and the Ultra models. So Samsung's 45-watt super fast charger, you can use Ugreen Nexto as a third party. That one comes with 45 watts and PPS charger. I've always had, I always had wondered, I had questions about what my charging speeds was, how could I get better speeds and all that. So I hope this video helped you out to get those faster speeds, and I will be showing you how to toggle on and toggle off. So on the phone, as you see right here, we're going to go and search charging. So what is my charging settings? So right here, as you see, I get show charging information, show battery level, and estimated time until full when always on display is on or off, not shown. You could save some battery by toggling that off. Fast charging, if you're going to use fast charging, then you toggle this on or you could turn it off. Fast wireless charging, if you're not using fast wireless charging, I recommend that you turn it off, which I'm going to turn it off. So turn it off later, not right now, because I also want to mention something else in the video. All right, so now we're gonna go back one, and I'm gonna go to wireless power sharing. Now, like I said, anytime you flip your phone over and you're charging something from the back of the phone like that, you're gonna turn on this option. You're gonna turn on wireless power sharing, which it says ready to charge. Put your phone back to back with another device. Align other devices with your phone's battery as shown above. If you have trouble connecting or charging the stuff, remove any cover from each device. So it's recommended that you move any cases off your phone so you get the full charging capability. So this is wire charging. As you see, we have the animation at the bottom. Um, and we also see it at the top. And then if we open on the inside, let's check out the animation at the top. Boom. You see the little animation right there. All right. So that was wired charging. Now we're going to do wireless charging. So how do we do wireless charging? All right. So we're going to grab a battery pack. We're going to turn it on so we can at least see the pretty lights. You know it's on. And then we're going to stick it, which the Z Fold 6 doesn't have magnets, so you kind of got to put it on there. So you have to put it in a certain spot. And as you see, the animation came up at the bottom. And then now we're going to see the animation come up on the inside. I kind of line it. I kind of line it with the bottom of the cameras and kind of slide it on. If I can get it to go on. There it goes. You see it just came on right there. All right, so that's wireless charging. You seen wireless charging. All right, now for the good one, which all phones don't have this. A lot of the Samsung phones do have it. So now we're going to go and I'm going to turn on wireless power sharing, as you see right here. Wireless power sharing. So we're going to turn that on. It says ready to charge. So you actually have to turn this on inside of settings. So we're going to flip it over. And as you notice, we're going to put my watch on it. And like I said, you got to have it in a certain spot. We don't have any magnets on the Z Fold 6. So we got to wait a second until, because actually the watch is actually powered off. All right, so as you see right there, it says 88%. So you got to have it in a certain spot. And she flipped around. All right, so now my watch is charging. Just like that. All right, come on. All right, so there it is, just like that. It's charging, as you see. So that's wireless power sharing. And then now we're going to go to power bank, which this power bank doesn't have MagSafe. So we're going to charge. You can also use a wired power bank, and you can also charge your phone this way. So as you see right there, charging it that way. Then also on the inside, charging it that way. As you see a little animation at the top. I love the little battery percentage now. The new battery pill. All right, so that's all the different ways of actually charging. So this was like almost like wireless, like similar to this. Well, similar to this, but wired, similar to the way you charge into the wall. So you could have something like this carrying around with you. You can do it like that if it doesn't have MagSafe on it, which I'm pretty sure you probably already knew that. All right, so that's that. So you've seen all the ways that we can actually charge the Z Fold 6 or any other phones, slab phones or foldable phones that I had on the list. So let's get back on to the next thing. That's how that works. So now we're gonna go on to the bonus app that you've been waiting for through the whole video and exactly how it works. As you see, this bar that's across the top of my screen right here, it has red, yellow, blue, and green. So as it's charging, right now I'm on 88%. So as the green goes down, it goes to blue. It's letting me know that I'm in the 70s. From 100 down to 89. Well, I say 80. And then next we get in the 70s, then the 60s, and then 50, 40, 30s, and 20s, and zero, basically. So this line right here, I'm going to show you how to get that line. So no matter what you're doing, so no matter what app you're in, this line always shows at the top to give you your battery results. So say for instance you're in the middle and you want to watch a YouTube video. You want to look at one of Mr. Noble's YouTube videos. All right, so I want to watch this one, and I'm in full screen. As you see right here, the bar is still above the top. So I can still see my charge without having to keep scrolling down. Oh, what's my battery percent? What's my battery percentage? You feel what I'm saying? What's my battery percentage? So I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to be. I can just look at that line and see what my battery percentage is, which that's actually cool. All right, so like I said, I'm not using wireless power sharing right now. We're going to turn that off. And now we're actually going to go to the app. So that app is called, where is it at? Edge. See, it always happens when you're trying to show somebody something, and it's probably right in my face. All right, let's see. Let's go to hide apps on app screen. And of course, it's been hidden. Done. All right, so here we go right here. It's called Energy Bar Curved Edition. As you see right there, Energy Bar Curved Edition. So we're gonna scroll on now, and I'm gonna leave the link to this app in the description, so you can check it out and try it out and see if you like it. Uh, so how I have mine set, and with the you can also get pro features by watching an ad. So it's good about this app. So I can always have that pro feature at the top where it change color. If I didn't have the pro feature, it would just be a solid blue color and it would just go down. So you get bar thickness, which depending on how thick you want the bar, you can look at it. See, as you see right here, the bar done got thicker. I like mine a little bit thinner, so I'm gonna scroll all the way down. I like mine about right there. I like to see it but not see it. You know what I mean. So that should be good for me. Yeah, that's good for me right there. All right. So and then you scroll down. You can calibrate it if you want, like if you want it to curve around your screen. You could also use this on slab phone, not just on the Z Fold 6. You can have a transparent background, full screen. You can hide. If you're in full screen, you can actually hide the bar, but I don't want to hide the bar. I want to have the bar at the top at all times. That way, I don't have to check my battery, my charger. So, and I like mine go from left to right, or you can have it go to the from the center like this. If you see it at the top, you can be in the center and just have these lines missing on the side, or you can hit right where it charges the opposite way. The green is on this side and the red is on this side. But I like mine on the left like that. It's more presentable to me. And you also get these charging animations. So you have linear, no animation, acceleration, deceleration, acceleration, then decelerate, bounce, anticipate, launch, and slow down, speed breaker. Speed breaker, I like that, and that's the charging animations. So I like mine on speed breaker. So as you see, as I'm charging, I'll show you right now. I like that new bar that we got right here for the battery. And as you see right here, you can actually see it moving, the little green, and then it shoots across. See, like that. So, and then see, like I said, you get all these options right here. And you don't actually have to pay for it. You can watch some ads. So that's a cool app. And like I said, I'll leave this app in the description so you can download it and try it out for yourself. Here's another thing that I like about the charging. They still have a little bit of glitchy on this home up, and I understand because we just got the One UI 7. So every once in a while, just make sure when you have it set like this, you know what I'm saying, that you make a backup like I just did. Make a backup. It's not really a pain, you know, because once you set, but if you're going back and forth, like if you're going from this to the regular way and not using DIY home, then you have to keep on doing this. I mean, like I said, it only takes a second to do it. It's not really a big deal. So we're gonna go back to the home. Well, actually to the lock screen. I want to show you this charging animation, which I think is very cool. So as you see the blue and the green, that lets you know that you're using fast wireless charging. Now, if you had all green, that's just regular charging. And if you have like if it's if this charging thing gets all blue, then you're using super fast charging. So that's some things to think about. So we're gonna go in the Play Store, and I just want to show you. And so Energy Bar Curved Edition is the one that I'll leave in the description for you to download. So this is pretty much how it looks on the app. You can have this curvature just like this. So you get the idea. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I wanted to give you just a little bit of a little bonus, a bonus item, a bonus app, however you want to say it. Uh, I really appreciate you sticking around to the end and watching the full video. I'll see you in the next one. Later.